We may get some chips in this pot, I would think.
The bet came in from Steve. Isabel calls. She's got the pair of queens. He's got the flush draw. And there's the flush.
He's got the lock on the hand, yeah.
He has hit it. And now, how strong does she think her queens are?
Well, she's about to find out. Steve's now got the nuts, and there's no chance of getting beaten in this hand for Steve Vladar, but he doesn't know it. So
you can see 100%.
Yeah, he may raise. I would think he'd possibly flat call. I don't know. See what happens.
Steve raises it to 600.
Just doubles her up, trying to. Yeah,
and she calls.
Yeah, he's read that she's aggressively playing these hands, and he's prepared to just chip away at her and take chips off her.
But Isabel is drawing dead right now.
Absolutely, stone
and
cold.
Steve's got another heart.
Yeah, that won't help Steve. That's the card he didn't want to see. That'll confirm in her mind that this play's over for her.
Exactly.
He didn't want to see that one. He wanted a total rag card, really. She may just call it the fact it's 300.
Too much of nothing,
yeah,
as they say.
Yeah, she'll think to herself, well, I'm unlucky. You're really unlucky that it didn't come a rag or something, or an offsuit pair, and she'd have had to pay him off a little bit more, I think. Now she knows that he's 99.999 reoccurring got a single heart in his hand, and in fact he's got the nuts.
But she's got to find out.
Yeah, she knows he's capable of making this play, so she's paying him off. Six of spades, 8 of clubs for Isabel on the small blind. 7 ace for
Ace
Steve.
7.
Yeah, he may well defend with this now. He's got chip advantage as well, so he may well think, okay, there we go. Out of position, but with the best hand, Steve.
60-40 advantage. Not as great as you might think.
No, it's not a massive advantage, and he's. It is now, though.
It is now. He's hit the ace. Isabel's got a pair of 8s, which might just can make her think she's doing a little bit better than she is. She bets the 8s.
Steve's checked it. She's bet it. Well, I'm certainly going to get a call of some description, maybe even a raise. There we go. He knows she can't resist it, doesn't he? She loves playing catch-up with him now. Wish this.
Now she's got 2 pair.
Yeah, now she's taken the card off and she's paid for it, but now she's in command and in good shape now. The whole role is reversed, and she's probably 80-20 favourite here. Well, the graphics tell us it's 80-20 favourite.
Now will she come over the top on him?
Possibly here, and possibly this is the point where she makes the stand. Well, she's got the button. She can afford, I suppose, to let another one come, but she's probably going to say, well, I paid for it, so now you're going to have to pay if you want to come back at me. Though she won't know for certain she's in the lead, bear in mind. He's bet this flop from out of position. But yeah, she's coming over the top and saying, there you go. You want to play. Now it's a question if Steve reads this correctly.
She raised it up to 1,000.
2 in and throw in, isn't it?
It's great stuff too, because she's been so aggressive before without the cards.
That's right. So she might get paid. She might get paid more than she thinks. It depends on how Steve views this. I don't know. Let's see what he does. There is a play in mind, but I'll let him make it if he's going to make it. And unfortunately, it's not the right play, but he won't know it.
Little gulp there. That's not going to change anything.
It's not going to change anything actually, but look what sort of card it is. It's a 10, it's a heart, and Steve's going to represent something here. But it's not enough to get her off the hand. Maybe an all-in move would have won it, but she's called him and she's got the best hand. She's going to take this pot. And there it is, 2 pair, 6s, or 8s and 6s if you want it in the correct order. Steve really, if he's going to do that move, the only way he could have won this pot and put her off the hand is when that 10 of hearts come, look, he's got the boss heart, he's got the ace of hearts in his hand. If he'd have moved all in, she would have been very, very hard pushed to call. She'd have sat there smouldering for a while, but I don't think she could have called him.
You're convinced she's rattled?
No, she's fine now. She's composed again now. I'll tell you when she rattles.
Once rattled, twice shy.
Exactly.
So, with the 7-8 she raises, and Steve with the Jack-8.
Yeah, he's got the best cards, and she's got the best position.
Now that's an interesting one for Steve.
Yeah, gives him a few potential draws. He's quite happy to take a free card, really.
A 9 right here would look very attractive.
It would look very, very attractive to him.
Well, a Jack, on the other hand.
Might not look so attractive, depending on how he plays it. It's the best hand, but it wasn't the card he really wanted to see. So she's trying to take him off that Jack by saying, okay, well, that Jack's made me a hand. How do you feel about it? One card, an ace or a 9 makes a straight, and she's representing it. Anything else gives Steve the pot, doesn't it? And that's a queen. Still Steve's got the best hand. Checks, hoping to induce a bet from Isabel so he can call. She doesn't fall for it, and the hand's going to go face down in the muck. That's exactly what happens. Doesn't want to show the cards.
I'm 100% out of the line.
And he wins with the
Queens and Jacks.
Queens and Jacks, king kicker off the board.
And now let's take a look at the action percentages. The key figures here. Steve seems to have been doing more betting, but Isabel has started to raise just slightly more aggressively lately.
And if this has been a change of attitude or a change of strategy, it's worked for Isabel. It's now basically a 60-40 game where it was about 3-1 at the break.
Yeah, can soon swing round, as we pointed out before, and we've seen this so often, how the game's swinging backwards and forwards, and you know, if you just look at her, she's recomposed herself, and look at Steve, he looks just a little bit like it's been taken out of him in the last couple of hands, doesn't it, really? Not rattle, but thoughtful.
Oh, this will probably help him a little bit.
Yeah, that's set the senses going, hasn't it? Ace King suited, Ace King of diamonds in this case, and he's got the position of the button.
375 this time in pocket.
Oh, you gotta like this one.
Action.
We really couldn't have contrived this one, could we? Pocket rockets facing Ace King. Here we go. What's she gonna do with these? She says, I want some action. I really, really do want some action. So she's flat called. So let's see what we can get on the flop.
An ace, a king, or a diamond would make things extremely interesting.
What she's really hoping here is a king and rag. That's what she's really, really hoping.
Well, there's two diamonds there.
It's the next best thing for her. Steve Ladar now with the ace king of diamonds, and he's got the ace flush draw. Isabel Mercer with the pocket rockets. How's this one going to end? She's tempting him, and he's going to make some play with this hand. It's just a matter of what.
The odds have increased for Steve.
The chips are coming in, aren't they? There they come.
He's re-raised up to 800.
And now what's she going to do?
She's got the hand and he's got the possibilities.
Yeah, but she'll want more in the pot, I think. It's probably a sizable re-race. I don't think she'll let him draw. She's thinking now, is he representing ace queen? And that's what she's hoping.
She's going all in.
Yep.
She couldn't re-raise any bigger than that.
And Steve says, I
And
call. He's called her.
He calls.
And, well, it's in the lap of the gods, isn't it? It's the ace-king again. But neither the ace or the king are any good to him. He needs that diamond, and he's got two shots at it. Isabel saying, black, 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 please.
It's a jack. It's black.
But it gives Steve an extra out. A 10 now on the river would give him the straight.
All kinds of outs. Isabel.
And she's still praying. She's praying for something now. She's in the lead, but she's not happy. And it's a 6 o'clock. Her prayers are answered.
She has had her prayers answered. Isabel has doubled up, and the momentum of this game has changed incredibly.
It's a massive, massive hand. And Steve, I mean, inside he's hurting bad, but on the outside he's trying to put the bravest face he can on it, and that's all he can do.
And the pair of aces stood up all the way to the